संस्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. My respectful namaskars to all the devotees watching this live telecast. Just now you have witnessed the Arati to Sri Ramakrishna. You have involved yourself in visualizing the Arati and also singing the Aratrikam. This itself is a very wonderful spiritual sadhana which purifies the mind and makes us fit to receive the ever-flowing unconditional grace of Sri Ramakrishna. Well, with such a serene and calm mind, let us now reflect upon a subject which is basics of Vedanta. Now, this is the subject of today and also of my subsequent talks. And today's talk is going to be an introduction to that basics of Vedanta. Now, for all the spiritual seekers, there might always be a question, what is meant by spiritual life? Of course, we have different answers, and all answers will satisfy us at one stage. I have taken one answer from Vedanta which says spiritual life is a life of inward journey. Right? We do make a lot of external journeys, but the spiritual life is a life which is of an inward journey. Now, the GPS of this inward journey is the Guru Parampara system. That is called the GPS of spiritual life, the Guru Parampara system. Now, the Guru, with the help of the scriptures called as Vedanta, which is my subject of talk, I will come to it later. So, Guru, with the help of the scripture called Vedanta, guides and helps the disciple to discover the highest purpose of his birth. To put in other language, to realize the highest truth, which is nothing but what is the reality of oneself. The most likely used word and the most liked word of everybody is I. Now, what is this I? So, that question is being answered by Vedanta. Now, as I said, we may have a question as to what is the need of Vedanta? Why should I study Vedanta? Why should I contemplate on Vedantic truths? Now, Vedanta says that the highest purpose of human life is attained by this study of Vedanta, not only by study, by thinking and by contemplation. Now, what is this highest purpose of human life? The highest purpose of human life is again said by scriptures as Atyantika Dukkha Nivritti and Niratishaya Sukha Prapti. I will translate it. It is nothing but complete cessation of sufferings, suffering in the sense psychological sufferings, complete cessation of the psychological sufferings and attainment of the gradationless absolute bliss, Ananda. Bliss in the terms of Purnatva, in the terms of contentment, in the terms of peace. That is what Vedanta says. So, there is no human being in the world who doesn't want happiness, right? So, the highest purpose of this Vedantic study will lead you to that goal where you will have complete cessation of suffering. And when I say suffering, when I use the word suffering means psychological suffering. The psychological suffering comes from the thought that I am the body-mind complex. So, Vedanta says, you are not this body-mind complex, you are the reality which gives light to all this body-mind. So, what is that reality? In a very common, I can put it like this. This you might have very well heard, who am I, right? Who am I or what am I? So, this Vedantic study, this Vedantic contemplation will really lead to the understanding of who am I. So, this is just an introduction talk. From my next talk, we will see some of the basic tenets of Vedanta which will help us to unravel the mystery of the I. So time is up. So I will stop here and continue with the next class. Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.